So, hello everyone. Welcome to our online learning platform SP Lesson Competitive Exam. So, today we discuss a topic check question solution of the chapter of alternating current and which is useful for NEET JEE, BITSETs, board exams, school and college level physics. So, if you are new on our channel, so please like, subscribe and share this channel. So, we can start. The first question is that an alternating source drives a series LCR circuit with an EMF amplitude of 6.3 volt at a phase angle of 30 degree. When the potential difference across the capacitor reaches its maximum value is 5.10 volt. What is the potential difference across the inductor with sign? So it's a basic question of alternating current which included LCR circuit. So first of all we have the current at time t. Okay, so the current I is a function of t. It means it is dependent on t, which is equals to I naught sine omega t minus phi. Here I naught is the peak value. Okay, dear students, and the voltage V as a function of t, we can write V naught sine omega t. Okay, according to given question, the phi is 30 degree, right? Since the potential difference across the capacitor is maximum, so that can be only occurs when current is at zero. It means the sine omega t minus phi, which is equals to 0, or we can write omega t minus phi, which is equals to 0 comma pi comma 2 pi and so on. So we will choose a term pi. So we will choose pi as follows. Okay, the potential across the capacitor we can write Vc, which is equals to Q by C, or we can integrate I divided by C. Okay, and we can integrate I divided by C, the value of integrated I, which is equals to minus of 1 upon omega C, where C is already available here, cos omega t minus phi. Okay, for trigonometric equation we know cos alpha, which is equals to minus of sine alpha minus pi by 2. So we can taken as this trigonometric equation. So we can write Vc, which is equals to minus of 1 upon omega c sine omega t minus of phi minus of pi by 2. We use this equation cos alpha, which is equals to minus of sine alpha minus pi by 2. So we can write Vc in this form minus 1 upon omega c sine omega t minus phi minus of pi by 2. Okay, so for it to be maximum, the condition is omega t, we can write here omega t minus of phi minus pi by 2, which is equals to pi by 2. Okay, since sine ratio is maximum 8 pi by 2, so we can write this equation. Okay, so any amplitude of 2 pi, we can write the omega t, which is equals to phi plus pi by 2 plus pi by 2, which is equals to pi. Okay, or any amplitude of 2 pi. So we can write V equals to V naught sine omega t, and we have the V naught EMF amplitude or peak value of EMF, which is equals to 6.3. So we can put this value 6.3 sine omega t, okay, plus pi, or we can write 180 plus 30 degree. Okay, so the angle is sine 210 या 210 degree, which is equals to minus of 3.15. Okay, and now we use the Kirchhoff law in series LCR circuit. We can write E minus, or we can directly write E, which is equals to VR plus VL plus VC, total voltage, which is equals to the driver source. Okay, so according to put this value VR, VL and VC, we can write VL, which is equals to minus of 8.25 volt. So it is the final answer of the potential difference across the inductor with sign included. So the answer is minus 8.25 volt. So we can run on the next question, which is that in a series LCR circuit, the RMS voltage across the resistor is 65 volt. Okay, so we can write solution of VR, which is given as 65 volt. Across the capacitor is 120 volt, so we can write VC, which is equals to 120 volt, and across the inductor we can write VL, which is equals to 50 volt. So what is the RMS voltage applied by the generator to the circuit? Very easy question. We can use a very easy formula, which is equals to V in a series LCR circuit, V, which is under root of VR square plus VC minus VL whole square. Okay, put the value of VR, VC and VL, we finally get the answer. Substitute the value, we get the answer. So we can put the value V, which is equals to VR means 65 whole square plus of VC minus VL, which is equals to 120 minus of 50, which is equals to 70 whole square. You can solve this equation and get the answer. Okay, go through the next question, which is there the impedance of a series LCR circuit, which is equals to Z, and it is given by Z, which is equals to root R square plus 1 upon 2 pi FC minus 2 pi FL whole square. For very high frequencies, which of the terms are 1 upon 2 pi FC or 2 pi FL? So first of note that 1 upon 2 pi FC, which is equals to XC, or 2 pi FL, which is equals to XL, becomes much larger than the other two terms. Okay, is this what you physically accept? Across which component do you expect most of the applied voltage to appear at a very high frequency? This is a very tough question and very conceptual question. Okay, so we can solve it in a very easy way. That, remember one thing, I can write here at high frequency, reactance due to inductor means capital L becomes very large as compared to reactance due to capacitor C. Okay, so reactance due to inductor means XL becomes very large as compared to the reactance due to C means XC. It means at the high frequency we can directly write XL is greater than XC. Thus we can neglect the reactance due to capacitor. Okay, it means we can neglect the term XC. Therefore Z, which is equals to root of R square plus XL square, or we can write R square, okay, XL we can write omega square L square, or we can write root of R square plus omega, we can write 2 pi F, so we can write 4 pi square F square L square. Okay, now remember another one thing, that high voltage is applied high voltage is applied mostly across the inductor, across the inductor means capital R. Because at very high frequency, the inductive resistance increase and we know that the current is constant. So at high frequency value, high voltage is induced across the inductor L. The current is constant and the frequency is increased. It means XL is increased. It means L is increased. So high voltage is mostly applied to the across inductor means capital L. So I hope you understand my solution which I give. So go through the next question. Okay, this is very also interesting question. So a series LCR circuit operates at a driving frequency of 60 Hz. Okay, the maximum voltage across L is 2 times the maximum voltage across R and also 2 times the maximum voltage across C. It means VR, VL and VC. The first question is, by what phase angle does the current lag the generator's EMF? And the second question is, if EM means the peak value of voltage 30 volt, what should be the value of resistance to be obtain a maximum current of 300 milliampere? Okay, first of all, we can write generally an equation. So the maximum voltage across RL and C. So the maximum voltage across R, L and C. Okay, so we can write delta of VR, which is equals to I naught multiplied by R, where I naught is the peak value of current. We can write delta of VL, which is equals to I naught multiplied by XL, and we can write delta of VC, which is equals to I naught multiplied by XC. Now, according to given information in the question, we can write delta of VL, which is equals to 2 times of delta of VR, which is 2 times of delta of VC. Okay, in the given question you can see the maximum voltage across L is 2 times the maximum voltage across resistance and that also 2 times the maximum voltage across C. It means delta VL, which is equals to delta 2 times of delta VL, which is equals to 2 times of delta VC. Okay, so we can write delta VL I naught in multiplied by XL, which is equals to 2 times of, sorry, yes, we can write delta VL, sorry, here is R, 2 times of I naught R, which is equals to 2 times of I naught C. Oh, sorry, I naught XL, here is 2 times of I naught XC. Okay, something little problem. So we can write XL, which is equals to 2R, which is equals to 2 multiplied by XC, because I naught here cancel out. So XL, which is equals to 2R, which is equals to 2 times of XC. Okay, now phase angle we know tan phi, which is equals to XL minus XC divided by R. So we can write phi, which is equals to tan inverse XL minus XC divided by R. Okay, we only put the equation. So XL we can write 2 times of XC. So 2 times of XC minus XC, which is equals to XC. So phi equals to, okay, so phi equals to tan inverse of XL minus XC. We can put XL, which is equals to 2 times of XC. ये 2 times of XC minus of XC divided by R. Okay, here XC and R equals to equal, so we can write XC. So here XC and XC cancel out, so the phi, which is equals to 45 degree. Okay, very easy question. Now we can write the value of R. Okay, we know in the resonance condition I naught, which is equals to E naught divided by Z, and the resonance condition Z which is equals to R, so we can write E naught divided by R. Okay, E naught in the given question is 30. Okay, and the resistance R which is equals to, we can find out here is considered as X, and the current is equals to 300 milliampere, so we can write 300 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3, which is equals to 0.3. So the resistance X which is equals to 100 ohm. Okay, so we can write phi equals to 45 degree and the X equals to 100 ohm. I hope you understand. Go through the next question, and it is also a good question. A series LCR circuit, the value of capacitance, the value of inductance, and the value of resistance is given, and the driven voltage Vt which is equal to 15 cos omega t voltage. Determine the resonance frequency and the amplitude of the current at this frequency. This is also a same question but little different. So we can write the first answer A. Directly formula we can use the resonating frequency Fr which is equals to 1 upon 2 pi of root Lc. Putting the value of L and C, we can see 1 upon of 2 pi. The L is given 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 multiplied by the value of C. Value of C is given 8 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, we can solve this and getting 1250 upon of pi hertz, and which is approximately equals to 397.89 hertz. Okay, in the resonance condition, you know the current I naught which is equals to V naught upon Z, and in the resonance condition Z which is equals to R, so we can write V naught by R. V naught here is given 15 divided by the resistance value 75 which is equals to 1 upon 5 ampere, or you can write 0.2 ampere. Very easy question. This is not category of question of JAG. This is very simple question. You can follow only in just a 2 minute or 3 minute. So we can go through the next question, and the question I think it's last. Okay, a series LCR circuit inductor L, capacitors C, and the resistance R, driven by a sinusoidal AC voltage source with RMS amplitude Vrms which is equals to 220 volt and an angular frequency omega which is equals to 2000 radian per second. You can find the three situation: power factor cos phi, find I maximum, find the maximum voltage across VL, VC and VR. Okay, it's also the same question I think. So we can start the solution. First of all, XC we can find which is equals to, sorry, XL. First of all we can find XL which is equals to omega multiplied by L. Okay, omega is given 2000, means ये 2000 multiplied by L. L is given 30 milli, means 10 to the power minus 3. You can solve 60 ohm. XC which is equals to 1 upon omega C divided by 1 upon 2000 multiplied by C which is equals to 20 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 6. We can solve and write 25 ohm. Now Z which is equals to R square plus XL minus of XC whole square. Okay, so put the value of resistance which is equals to 15 square plus of 60 minus 25 whole square. You can solve and get approximately 38.07 ohm. Now you can find any value. First of all, power factor cos phi. Okay, so the A cos phi which is equals to R by Z, the resistance 15 and the Z would be 38.07 0.07, which is equals to approximately 0.39. Okay, first the second is that b you can find the I maximum. Okay, so the V maximum we can find I maximum, which is equals to V maximum by Z. Okay, and V maximum we can write root 2 times of VRMS divided by Z. You can write root 2 multiplied by VRMS, which is given as 220, divided by Z. You can find 38.07. So you can write I maximum, which is equals to 8.17 ampere. Now the last question is that find the maximum voltage across VL, VC and VR. So VR maximum you can find I maximum multiplied by R. Okay, VC maximum, putting a value of only IRMS and R, you get the answer. I maximum multiplied by XC, and VL maximum, which is equals to I maximum multiplied by XL. Put the I maximum and R, you get VR maximum. Putting the value of I maximum and XC, you get VC maximum. Putting the value of I maximum into XL, you get the V. Okay, so I hope you like this session, and please, if you have any doubt on a check question, given in the comment box the link of the check question, and I hope in next video I give the solution of this check question. So if you are a newcomer on our YouTube channel, so please like, subscribe and share this channel to your friends. It's being helpful for a student, they do not join on check. So thank you.